Can you hear that? That's the sound of the tiny house movement, people. It's upon us. Hi, welcome back. My name is Tara Callahan and I do videos here every single Wednesday. And if you want to subscribe, please do so. All you need to do is click that box. I think this week we're going to talk about tiny houses in the tiny house movement, as it's called. I've been sick with the stomach virus for 2 days, probably too much information, but I watched a lot of tiny house hunters and tiny house shows on HGTV because I couldn't do anything other than do that and throw up in the toilet. I don't really get the tiny house movement. I mean, I get it. People want to downsize. Everyone has these huge houses that they can't afford. So the rich, skinny white people in the United States decided that they were going to start a movement. They want to downsize and get rid of all their stuff and they build these little tiny houses. And by tiny, I'm talking tiny, like 200 square feet. I saw one that was 150 square feet up to like, I don't know, 800 square feet. I was looking at this show thinking, good for you. You built yourself a fashionable little trailer. Nobody seems to say that. They don't call it tiny trailer movement. If it quacks like a duck, and if it walks like a duck, and if it clucks like a duck, you got yourself a duck. And these people can call it whatever they want, but they're building very high-tech trailers, and then they're calling it a movement. And due to the absence of space, the designers have to come up with some really creative ideas on how to deal with things that people really want in their homes. And one woman with 2 children that moved into a tiny house with her family decided that she wanted to have a bathtub for her kids. And so the designer came up with this crazy idea that he was going to make a bathtub out of an old Merlot wine barrel. He figured out how to get that wine barrel wedged into this tiny little shower in this tiny little house, and he built it for the kids because the woman, when she asked for it, said, I want a tub for my kids. Only a silly white person would come up with that. She came up with this, and then she got in it. They have a big reveal at the end of the show when the house is built and the family moves in and it all looks pretty. And she made a beeline for that little tub, and she got herself all snuggled down in there. And I quote, she said, she's in there in the wine barrel, it's still purple from the Merlot, by the way. So it's purple, and you're gonna from the Merlot, and you're gonna bathe your children in there. But she got herself down into that little tub with her knees all tucked up into her chest, and she said, this is gonna be my new sanctuary. Like, you are out of your mind if you think you are going to be sitting in that Merlot bathtub reading a book with your husband and your 2 kids 2 feet away. There is no way that my boyfriend and I could live in a tiny house without stabbing each other with a fork in the forehead at the end of night one. One argument would break out and one of us would be dead within an hour. Come back next week. I'll be back on my game. I'm off my game. I hope you don't get sick. Thanks for watching.